One of my most important mentors died yesterday. Bobbie Kirkhart was my atheist fairy godmother. The three most important things about Bobbie Kirkhart were that she was an atheist, she lived in Los Angeles, and she is the person that most comes to my mind when I hear the phrase, "be the change you want to see." I met Bobbie when she was president of Atheist Alliance International, and from the early 2000s through about 2017, Bobbie and I saw each other multiple times a year at atheist leadership events, lobby days, and conferences. I had helped to found the Secular Student Alliance back in 2000 and eventually managed to become its paid executive director in the fall of 2004. My first paid work trip was to Los Angeles to speak to its AAI chapter and to go around LA hanging up SSA flyers at universities. Bobbie let me stay at her house in Echo Park during my trip, and her house was on an absurd, only in LA kind of hill, and it had a balcony. I remember sitting on Bobbie's balcony, enjoying the warm air, seeing how beautiful the palm trees on the top of a near ridge looked. I still take pleasure in thinking of sitting there and saying to myself, well, if this isn't nice. Being in LA, having that amazing view, I felt like I'd arrived. That I'd finally made the vision I'd had since 2001 of making my avocation, godless activism, and my vocation the same thing. Even after deciding to not be a professional atheist anymore in 2017, that moment that Bobbie helped make for me is still what I see as the beginning of my adult life. By 2017, in my late 30s, that's the last time that I saw Bobbie. And I'm sure that she greeted me the same way she had since the first time we met. Hey, kid. Always with a huge, loving smile on her face. And as much as I was a kid in her eyes, I knew that she really respected me and that she wanted to support my development. I remember her teaching me that if I was in the mood for a rum and coke, that I might as well class it up and order a Cuba Libre. I remember telling Bobbie that I had just moved and that one didn't realize how much damn stuff you had until you moved. And Bobbie told me, well, just remember, the solution isn't more space, you're just going to fill it up. I also really feel like every time I saw Bobbie that she suggested that I move to Los Angeles. She'd grown up in Oklahoma, and I remember her telling me that one day she realized that she didn't have to feel cold again, and she moved to LA. She wanted to make it clear to me that I didn't have to feel cold either. Once in LA, Bobbie became a social worker. I remember her telling me that her experiences as a social worker had played a huge role in her losing her religion. She told me that she saw God's most devoted followers getting the short end of the stick again and again. And from seeing that problem, Bobbie went on to be the longtime president of Atheist Alliance International, one of the founders of the Secular Coalition for America, and a supporter of countless other heretical organizations like the Secular Student Alliance and Camp Quest. Bobbie was never one to sit around and complain. Being part of the solution was core to who she was. I'm sad that Bobbie is dead, but my heart is also full of joy that I got to know her and be inspired by her. I'm going to miss you, kid.